What's going on, everyone? This week, fast parody and best on. Do 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 do. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode 176 of Storm Beach Podcast, talking about all things great and garbage this week. What's going on, Keelan?
Yes, going on to you too. As you can see, it's cold here.
Is it actually cold?
Yeah, it's July. Been cold all day. It is work in the hoodie kind of weather.
Ooh, 12. It is cold.
Yeah, it's also been windy. So it's just really coming in. Winter has come.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
What is going on? Oh, yeah. No, you know what is actually going on? We had Harry's Bucks on the weekend, Mr. Hill. And that was delightful. We had Jack whipped us up a Lord of the Rings themed bag of tasks.
Nice.
You know, putting teams. He bought some elf ears and some Gandalf hats on the internet, and we Byron didn't know what hit it. Just a bunch of idiots yelling for Harry every time they opened a new beer.
Nice.
Yeah. So, very enjoyable. Nightclubs in Byron, much nicer than Gold Coast ones, would you believe? Because they don't feel like nightclubs.
Well, that would probably have something to do with it.
Yeah, and in fact, I think one of the ones we went to, the Google Maps, the first thing that shows up in the photos is like their menu during the day. So, it's called Lover's Lane, actually, for if you do go to Byron. But it seems that they serve really nice food during the day and then just get people to play bassy music in the evening.
Fair enough.
Yeah, very enjoyable. But that's the highlights. What's going on with you?
Thanks for asking. Short list of highlights.
But it was a big one.
Oh, it was a big. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you can remember.
No, I took photos.
Delightful today. The sun was out. It was 26 degrees, and I've seen the sun for like the first time in 10 days. We had like 50 mils of rain Tuesday night. So training last night was fun. It was very wet. I went to chuck my boots on, shuffled across the concrete onto the grass, and then I was like, yep, here we go. And I normally start off with a bit of a jog and bounce the footy like AFL. So I look completely out of place, but that's what I do.
And you probably look like an idiot if it was wet.
First bounce didn't come back up; it just stuck to the ground, straight in a puddle. Like where obviously at the edge of it, it was not dry, but it was not underwater.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I worked my way out, I was like, "This is basically just one big puddle. This is going to be fun."
Did you start with dry socks and then throw the ball at the ground and then get splashed for wet socks?
Yeah, the socks were wet pretty quick.
Yeah, unlucky.
To be fair, we did get poured on the week before as well. It wasn't wet when we got there, but it did pour down.
Train
2 weeks in a row.
how you play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. A bit of fun making the young blokes or like pushing them over into puddles because they get rolled up about it. And then our coach went to kick off, do a bit of practice as a team, and he went to kick off and just slipped straight on his back, like flat on his back, like banana peel, just soaked. So we all had a good laugh at that.
Is he on the injury list now?
Nah, he's all good. He's all right.
Fractured ego.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, then it was lovely and muggy today, but my property is very, very soggy at the moment. I haven't mowed in weeks. It needs a mow, and I'll need a hover mower to do it.
The return of Isaac's mowing.
Yeah.
Hovermower could be big in the mowing game.
You reckon?
Yeah, that could be the next big thing.
Yeah. They have like the I don't know, the push ones, if you will. There's push hover mowers. They use them around like golf courses, like around the edges of bunkers and water and stuff like that, where you obviously can't easily go up and back. But a ride-on one would be sick.
Oh, wild. Okay. Yeah, no, a ride-on one would be great. They're only $250.
I might have to get one.
Simple Glide 360 hover mower on Amazon. It's plug-in. Unlucky, mate.
I'll have to get $300 worth of extension leads.
Still cheaper than this other one that is petrol.
Yep.
$1,600. But I do feel like this is the one that you see at golf courses.
Yeah, very, very niche use.
Mower Superstore. There you go.
They're going to
industry-leading 14-inch impeller, providing maximum lift and delivering a smoother mowing experience.
There you go. But yeah, other than that, played pretty well on the weekend against what should be one of the better sides in the competition. We lost 10-17. We could have won it easily. They held us up a few times, and we didn't play that great. Hence why I got man of the match. But that was also on two fronts, as voted by my peers, and got the 3 points as voted by the old boys who come and watch us as well. So clearly did a few things right.
Such a first, congratulations, and second of all, such a character arc after turning up to your first training and being deceased for 14 weeks afterwards. Yeah, still feeling the repercussions in those legs. I appreciate.
Yeah, yeah. Two actual games back into it, and we're full swing.
Yeah, he's got his match fitness back.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the delightful bit about getting back into rugby is like bumping your arm on something 3 days later and going, that kind of hurt, and then you're like, my arm's yellow there.
Oh,
that's one big bruise. Like, for example, I don't know, you can't really see it. This whole bit here I got stomped on the weekend. So that's all bruised. But the fun part of it is out of the top side of my arm where there's no meaty stuff, a big chunk was taken out. So I got a nice scab there by a stud. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I also have a big yellow bruise, so you can fucking be so cool with your contact sports and whatever. I got a paintball wound right here. You should see the other guy, though. The other guy's Harry. He got absolutely annihilated. We played Buck Hunt at the very end.
Oh, no.
Everyone v Harry.
No. Brutal.
Yeah. It was actually quite comical. Because, we all split up to go find him and Danny, who's the best man. He got paired up with him.
Yep.
And, I ran off down the side thinking, because where I thought they were going to be was further along, and then they both pop up from behind a fucking tree, and just everything went slow-mo. And I got lit up and turned and ran away. And then, 45 seconds later, Harry's on the ground and everyone's shooting him. I was like, I'm not going to shoot him while he's down.
Yeah.
I'll show you the wounds off air, actually, because I probably shouldn't show the world. But yeah, I'll show you that later.
Sounds good.
It was bad. It was no good.
No. Hopefully, hopefully the wedding's not anytime soon.
No, it's not until June. Mid-June.
Plenty of time for the bruises to be almost gone by then.
They're all would be hidden in a suit.
Yep.
So it's fine.
That's right. Yeah.
That's all that matters. It's just, first dance, he'll just be there, like, uncomfortable. Just don't touch me.
All right, should we kick on to Butcher of the Week?
Yep. Could be convinced.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, all right. I'll take Kobe Evans, please, for my first Butcher of the Week. In the returning subsection of Butcher of the Week called the Brisbane Lions. And I thought I had all of my stuff open, but turns out I don't. What did he do? He against the Lions VFL game against Coburg, he dropped a big old homophobic slur, and you just can't be doing that.
Bit of that going around.
Yeah, just like don't be a silly little sausage. 4-game suspension though, so there you go.
Yeah, so they've bounced back. Clearly,
he did self-report. Sorry,
he did self-report as well. That's true.
Why he didn't get as many?
Yeah, that flows back into the decision-making suspension matrix. Self-reporting and remorse, I believe.
Alleged remorse.
Alleged remorse are two factors that may reduce time. But clearly he's not a good guy or a bad guy, because we saw, Lance Collard obviously got off on the bad guy defense, as opposed to being a good guy defense. He got, what was it, like 9 or something, the one before, or something like that, down to 4, down to 2.
Yeah, it's all unusual.
Yeah. Either way, no good.
No, just bad all around, isn't it?
Yeah.
They definitely don't have a culture problem, do they, Isaac?
No. And speaking of not having a culture problem, Brisbane co-captain Hugh McCluggage even came out and specifically said they don't have a culture problem after a photo was leaked from the Lions training facilities of a whiteboard that they used to highlight the opposition's strengths and or weaknesses. And one of the strengths of an opposition player was the player's partner.
Yeah, he's punching.
Apparently he's punching.
I did the research because I was so confused.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why is there just like a name?
Mm-hmm.
And then, it turns out it's just because he used to be at the Lions and they know his partner or something. I was like, weak sauce, mate.
But yeah, either way, it was conceded that the name probably shouldn't have been on there.
No, probably not.
Perhaps reflective of, maybe some cultural issues around keep himself on the straight and narrow happening there at Brisbane, which have been much reported on now, but I think it should be worth calling out who broke that story originally, who was the first to pull that thread.
Who leased it? That was trying to be a pun on your last name, and I was going to say loosed it, but you leased it into the world.
Yep, correct.
It was indeed you. And I think the good people of the internet need to know that. So, Storm of the Beach. Heard it here first.
Exactly.
But yeah, maybe Lockie Neal put her name on the board.
Perhaps. We'll never know.
No.
Apparently a practice picked up from Chris Fagan's time he spent with Eddie Jones while Eddie Jones was coaching the England Rugby Union side. And Eddie used to allow, players or whoever to wander up and put comments on the board. So
semi-anonymously then, because it's not in like a group setting. You just leave it there and people can go right on.
Exactly. You wander past and you can throw something up there. So
wild.
You never know. You could be right.
I was picturing it as like they sat down and like
brainstorm session.
Brainstormed it, which you have to be weirder to write down that kind of shit just walking past as an off joke, don't you? Or like,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think either way you'd get Ben Mackay low confidence in either setting.
Oh, that's happening every day of the week. Same with like that kind of thing. It's not nice for the opposition that it got out. But like you kind of like they're getting analysed like that anyway by the by the team.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like the no left foot or no right foot comment on some players as well. It's like,
No, yeah,
correct.
they're going to do that anyway.
Yeah, it's like Mass has no right foot. He's got no one of them as well, and it's like his first training session at Hawthorn, Sam Mitchell was like, "Mate, you keep turning left to go right." He's like, "Yeah, can't go the other way." Literally, Zoo landed it. But that's the kind of thing that both
they're looking
your
at
team
anyway.
and the opposition are always going to be looking at anyway. Like, there's no way that the performance team at Essendon, they're probably not fucking telling Ben Mackay that he's got low confidence.
Oh, they know.
But they know. Every single person at that club should know.
Yeah.
The only person doing well at Essendon right now might be the social media person.
True. Yeah, true.
Did you see the series they did where they gave them each a piece of paper and they had to look after the piece of paper for a week?
I did not.
It was quite good because they had players like sabotaging each other and just like putting their piece of paper in the urinals and shit. It was quite enjoyable.
So, Essendon Bombers, strength, social media person, weakness, playing football.
Football, yeah.
Strength, whoever designed the Anzac Guernsey.
Yes.
Big strength.
Weakness, anyone that wore it on the field. And that's going easy on them.
Yeah, true. But yeah, plenty of former players and stuff have said, that type of analysis and stuff happens. Who cares? Like, you're not there to be nice to your opposition regardless, and it's not like it was being unkind. But if
don't
anything,
get personal about it and weird about it.
No,
on the field
other than
stuff.
the partner's name, but that was obviously a bit more tongue in cheek.
Potentially, but like if you shouldn't be planning your, because like on the worst that way can go is like they're planning how they're going to shit talk him.
Yes,
that's a bit cringe.
Yeah,
don't do that. Just like plan how you're going to beat the opposition, especially if you're going into the game as big favourites.
Yeah,
like Brisbane. I think if you're playing for the 1% because it was going to be a tight game, like tonight's matchup of Hawthorn Freo, like I feel like you get a little bit more leeway, but it's punching down. It
is punching down
the
a
worst.
bit.
Yeah,
it is. But regardless, I don't think you'd want it to be. You wouldn't want that sort of thing getting out anyway. Even if it was just footy focused or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's literally bulletin board material for the other team to be like, hey, we're not actually this shit. Obviously didn't work, but
because Essendon are indeed that shit.
Yeah,
people are saying it. Everyone's been saying it.
Yeah,
it'd be crazy to think that Carlton don't have a similar thing where they walk into the rooms every week and go, everyone thinks we're bad at second halves. Let's show them that we're not. It doesn't work, does it?
They have to be talking about it at this point.
You really should. And you can't, but like, you also just can't tell yourself that you're good at second halves and then win a second half. Placebo only gets you so far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They have to be talking about it as a football club. Like, the elephant in the room, everybody knows inside the club and outside of the club that Carlton are bad at second halves.
Yeah, how do you think the halftime chats go every week?
Clearly poorly.
Well,
like clearly really bad.
It should just be, hey fellas, great start. Just do it again. Just keep it simple. Don't overthink it.
I have a feeling that's what the chats have been, and it's not working.
All right, we'll just fucking whack him about then.
Like, you might have to like mix in go out there and have some fun or something. Like,
Nintendo
who cares
Switch
about the score?
In the room at halftime, absolute no chat. They just switch off and play Mario Kart with the boys, and then they go back out there and they just have a good time on the footy field.
Yeah, exactly. You just go out, like, just pretend we're up by 100 and just go out and have some fun.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were up at 100 by half time and then they threw it away and lost by 100. Yeah. It'd be record-breaking stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, true. True.
Anyway, we've got more butchers. I like to throw Code Sports into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
During my research, if you can call it that, for the week, saving other journalists' content, I saved a thing from Code Sports regarding how good the Wizard has been after 50 games. Well, and this was posted after 49, but they're comparing to other small forwards after 50.
Yep.
And off air, I mentioned, I wonder if, because he's at the top of this diagram. So for context, 77 goals after 49 games.
Mm-hmm.
Silverioli, 52 after 50. Eddie Betts, 51 after 50. Stephen Milne, 72 after 50. Right?
Mm.
And so, I was like, I wonder if this is cherry-picked. I wonder if there's an easy way to find out. We hopped on the Big Yellow Tables website.
Yep.
The quick fact check if it's cherry-picked is pick another one of the great small forwards of our time, Luke Brist, who, after one season, kicked 30 goals in 17 games, and then in his second season, kicked 45. So you can do the maths there. That's quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's 75. That puts him above two people on that. There, three people actually. According to the graphic, it puts him above three people on that list.
Mm.
And he does go on to kick more goals than Watson after 50 games. But then, so it's cherry picked. It's a bit cringe. The real reason they're on the list, though, is we fact checked Stephen Milne, who after 38 games kicked 77.
Yeah.
I don't know how they've gotten so far off 72 after 50 games as opposed to 77 after 38 games. But I'm considering the Big Yellow Table of AFLtables.com as the gospel, and wherever Code Sports got their information from must be completely factually incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
So, tough pickies, Code Sports, grow up, stop asking AI for your fucking stats, and go to AFLtables.com. This episode proudly brought to you by AFLtables.com. Who I'd like to point out, if you haven't been to AFLtables.com, do it. Do it on the desktop. It's fucking shocking on mobile. But they don't do ads. They're just the same website backend they've had since probably fucking 1998.
They're the Chinese restaurant that you want to go to of statistics websites.
Banging. Yeah. The if
Nothing
you could
flash.
If you could make a website look faded and covered in oil stains and get away with it, it'd be this website.
It would look like that.
Yeah. And it's just like when you think, oh man, this is going to be a really hard stat to narrow down and just like find information for. And then you go to AFL tables and it's so easily laid out for you. They've got every single statistic per player per game.
Yep.
And you can also what did we there's a thing on here where you can like export or like link it to an Excel spreadsheet. So you can actually analyze the data inside Excel yourself.
Wow.
With live updating data to the website too.
That's a delight.
Yeah, it's a bit above my pay grade on Excel, but like so, if you've got any Excel nerds out there that want to get a guest spot as the stats nerd on this show, just let us know. All you have to do is whip up one funky stat a week and
you're in.
jump on. Yeah, absolutely. Be sick.
You don't have to like footy. Just
like numbers.
Just like numbers. We've got a couple spreadsheets already, 2, 3 that you can start running. And
they could. They could also run the fucking flipping the coins. Oh,
Butcher of the Year.
Yeah, actually, if they could go back and add more niche data based on historical weather data and such to the
correct,
to the
exactly.
flips, that'd be incredible.
Yeah, we've fallen off that level of detail, but you know who hasn't? AFLtables.com.
I thought this would be like a quick tune-in kind of role as well. Like, you could do a 15-minute segment on the stat of the week, but it wouldn't be at this point because they'd be sitting around waiting until we flip a coin too. So unlucky, you're in for 2 hours a week at that point. All you got to do is, I don't know, stats and be moderately funny.
Yeah, they'd just be sitting in the back row with waiting with their mic on mute and just to chime in with a stat here and there when we're fumbling around with something.
Yeah, bonus points if you can also be a podcast producer. Yeah.
Also that.
Just the real Jamie of it all. Yeah, all right.
God,
Also,
this
we can't
website's
pay.
good.
Sorry, just to confirm.
You got to do it for the love of the game as well.
Yeah, you would be in on the ground floor, though, at this point. 176 episodes in, but you're still ground floor. So, jump on.
Slot you right in. Now, what would you say to those people who would argue that Luke Bruce isn't a tall forward?
Small forward.
Isn't a small forward.
Hold on.
Because I've gone to Google and the consensus is anyone 6 foot and below as a forward is considered a small forward.
That's Luke Bruce. He's only 182 centimetres.
He's 6 foot or right around. Perfect. He's certainly not a Nick Watson size small forward.
No, but Nick Watson should be in the tiny forward.
Yeah, he's pocket rocket category.
Yeah. Put him in the same as category as like Paul Puopolo. Which actually the highlights for that game where he kicked 5 goals came out the other day, and I was loving every second. Although Poppy was
even smaller,
I should say. He's pretty small. He's 173. Never mind.
Yeah, even smaller than Poppy.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And Eddie Betts, who's 174.
Yeah. Well, I'd argue that it's not necessarily the height. I think when you're borderline like that, when you're 5 centimeters taller than Cyril Rioli, and Cyril Rioli's definitely a small forward.
Yes.
Luke Bruce is 5 centimeters taller than him. I'd say when you're that borderline kind of area, I think it's what you make your game on.
Yeah.
And he absolutely did not make his game on contested marks.
Big pack marks, yeah.
Yeah. Look, clunked a couple, but like... if I'm on AFL tables and I go contested marks, hold on. He took 4 in his first season.
Luke Bruce, not crashing packs.
No, over the course of his first 50 games and some. So, because just for the sake of quick math, he would have taken no more than 15 over 50 games,
which is not
and
a
even
lot.
If you're 100% conversion, that's still less than a third of your goals are coming from that. So
yeah, that's a lot if you're Matt Rowell or Nick Dacos, but not a lot for a key forward, tall forward. No.
If we went to just to compare it to a alleged guaranteed small forward, he actually that's very similar numbers to Stephen Milne.
There you go.
So, who is Still only 6 centimeters shorter than him. That's at that point, wingspan's also got to play into something. When you're just on the fringe, does Luke Bruce have smaller than average arms or longer than average arms? We'll never know because it's a stat that AFL Tables doesn't have. There's no wingspan. Even if it was in fractions of a wedge-tail eagle's wingspan as opposed to centimeters, I'd take that.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen wingspan covered in detail as a feature of AFL players.
But if you had to pick a key forward of, like, for example, our generation, it would be Buddy Franklin, though, right?
Yeah.
We go to Buddy Franklin. What about the stats? For starters, he's 2 meters tall.
Yep.
Contested marks over 50 games is a lot closer to 50. 10 in his first season, then 6. I guess he just wasn't. Hawthorn weren't great in 2006, to be fair. He also only played 14 games. And then 28 the season after.
Yep.
Those are better numbers.
Much better.
Yeah. He did have 32 1%ers in his first season, though, whatever the fuck that means. Do that what you will. Is it?
Yep. Just all that effort.
How do you quantify that?
Champion data probably has an equation, a bit like pressure acts.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, valid.
Well, pressure rating is,
Wizard
number of
handballing to himself, probably a 1%er. That was fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. If it's just a thing where it makes everyone go, wow.
Probably a 1%er.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All of Wizard's goals on the weekend. just quietly. But yeah, so there you go. Code Sports Butcher of the Week, just for genuinely being bad just reporting on the one thing they're meant to do. Sport.
Just bad journalism.
Yep.
Trying to see
Trying to see if?
No,
trying to see who?
They don't have 1%ers on the AFL app, but Champion Data certainly does track it.
I can find it. Champion,
which is interesting because I feel like if you've got clangers, you should have 1%ers, but I think they have it as a team.
Yin and Yang, no?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have 1% as a team stat per game.
Champion Data have one of those
right down the
websites
bottom
that changes your fucking cursor.
There you
Makes
go.
me ill.
Last week's matchup, not to skip ahead, but Collingwood 44 1%ers versus Hawthorn 32 1%ers.
Wow. You take that, don't you? Silly little pies.
I mean, ultimately, if you can make yourself, 10% greater than the other team, theoretically you should win.
Not sure if that's how the math works.
Well, how many 1%ers do you want?
Well, yeah, but only 1% better over. Yeah, it's just and such.
Yeah. All right. Last push of the week is the St Kilda physio.
Sorry, before you move on, just on stats, real quick, very quick. On the all-time stats list on the AFL website, that does indeed get updated. There is all-time record holders for clangers.
Oh, okay.
Clanger kick is shared a few times with 8. 8 clanger kicks in one game. Matthew Boyd, Dustin Martin, Ryan Bastanak, Gary Ablett. Wild. Clanger handball. Only one player has the record for clanger handball. That's 6 clanger handballs. Mark Rashudo.
Ooh.
which I feel like is the worst stat to have because generally you're in close quarters with who you
handball. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a kick can be picked off, especially if you're playing on a bad team and you're just getting absolutely hemmed in.
It's absolutely harder to kick than it is to handball. That's unlucky. Poor Michael Shudo. I mean, he was a pretty good footballer, to be fair. So
yeah, interesting record that he holds, though.
Yeah, that's. I didn't think it was going to be players we knew the names of.
Mm.
But there you go. Anyway, thank Hilda. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you to physio. Max King, after 2 runs in the VFL coming back from injury, is out again for another 6 weeks with a hamstring. Having a bad run.
Actual dog shit.
Obviously, the Saints, shortly after Ben King was drafted, or they were both drafted, but Ben King was drafted by the Suns, said, don't worry, we'll see you in a few years. They may actually try to get Ben King back just to replace his brother.
Yeah, it's very comical, isn't it?
It's St Kilda. It's like the most St Kilda thing you could do.
It's incredibly St Kilda.
Like, just bad drafting, bad player management, and just a constant carousel of mediocrity.
I wonder if we can see Ben King's draft profile. Fuck yeah. Versus Max King's draft profile. They're born in 2000. That's a different Max King. That is a very... There's multiple Max Kings.
There's multiple Max Kings now. Shout out Sydney player Max King.
Yeah, he's what I clicked on first. Like, that's wild to me that he was first up. Comparison. Total goals in the under 18s. 12 for Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And, for fuck's sake, Max barely played. Under 18s.
Oh, shocker. Who would have thought? The most St Kilda thing is selecting the wrong brother with the earlier pick.
This legitimately might be what happened here. Like, obviously, proof's in the pudding now. Like, we're very aware that that's already happened.
Yeah.
They did choose the wrong one. But, like, even
Ben did also miss a year with an ACL.
Yeah, but St Kilda have been missing years for quite some time.
Yes. They got that sorted. They turned it around pretty quick.
St Kilda absolutely do not need anyone to help them waste another season. They got that down pat. Yeah, okay. They just failed a 50-50 on stats. Is what they did.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlucky. And also, did you see the footage of the Max King one?
I have not.
Oh, it's so nothing. Like it looks like he was running at the ball less hard than Gunston was the other week when he pulled up with a hammy.
Yeah. That's when you know it's bad. That's how you know it's 6 weeks because even less effort and it's done.
Not even a sniper though. Like even the pull up reaction. I think he instead of from memory, he handed the ball off for someone else to kick a goal too. Like because it was a mark inside 50.
Yeah,
it was just you could just see the defeat in his little fucking eyes. I was like, oh, brother. Even though you play for the Saints, I feel for you.
Yeah, poor guy.
Because is the kind of areas we've landed at. So,
yep.
Christmas at the King table is going to be sad again this year.
All right, who do we think wins that one? The Butcher of the Week.
Hear me out. we bundle two together and the Lions are in there twice.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, but I think we just give it to the Lions.
Brisbane Lions culture.
Brisbane Lions culture, the yogurt of it all. They're just not very nice people. You heard it here. Actually, you heard it here first last year, didn't you?
Yeah.
So there you
correct. I know he used to be your captain, but you can't seriously like him as a bloke.
That's the territory we're at. Onto the shit list. Sponsored by KO Sports. Would you believe I've put KO down?
I would believe it.
Yeah. So just the general tomfoolery that they keep pulling. The same bullshit week in, week out. Sorry mate, screen's a bit busted right now. Just the we'll be right back bullshit.
Yep.
Sorry. I mean, the issue technically was Fox last time I had the problem, but you supply their service. It's like buying an apple from Woolworths and complaining to actually going and complaining to the farmer. No one's doing that. I'm just complaining about Woolies. So in this case, I'm going to complain about fucking KO. Get your shit together.
Yeah, true.
Pull your finger out. Repeat offender. I'm not going to go further into that. It's just, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I think that's, completely fine. Completely adequate. Shit list not presented by KO Sports, as we know, because they
if
can't
it was,
present
it'd
anything.
be right back.
Yeah. If it was, the stream would be down right now.
Yeah. When we eventually do a live stream, it's going to be awkward when our very first live stream drops out in the middle of saying KO sucks ass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be awkward when KO throws us some money to do a watch party for the AFL and our stream drops out.
Just, I mean, you're probably hard to DDoS given that you're on Starlink, so that's cool.
Yeah, true.
I might drop out. If I ever drop out, it's because KO's DDoSing me. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Also, I've put on the list clubs that fire their managers because I couldn't figure out where else to put this statistic. And it's a sad one. There have been more managerial departures than direct free kick goals in the Premier League in 2026.
That's bad footy.
It's not great footy, and as we know, Dom Sob loves a direct free kick goal too. So, and there's still been more managerial departures.
Yeah, that's shocking. That's actually terrible. I suppose that's what happens when you fire a bloke 5 business weeks after you give him a job at a club that's in turmoil because he hasn't turned around your club that's in turmoil in 3 matches.
It's sad that I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I think you're talking about Chelsea's manager.
Honestly, I had no one in mind. That's just the sentiment of how it goes.
It's so Chelsea. They logged the first 5 league defeats in a row since the sinking of the Titanic. Yup. I'm not sure how to find, because there's no big yellow table website for the Premier League to find how many direct free kick goals there have been this year as opposed to this season. But I can tell you that Dom Sob has the most with 4. So 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 over the course of the entire season. So, yeah, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, obviously, because I cannot tell you how many there was in 2026. Because, once again, sports journalism people, nice one, Keelan,
yep,
have done a bad job.
Sports journalists, bad.
Yeah, there you go. But also, clubs that sack their managers, bad.
Bad, yeah. Yep, I agree.
There
Any
is
other
more.
movements?
Yeah, there's so many more.
Sometimes you just got to sit there and wait for a bit.
Like raising the knees helps. Yeah, hip angle's very handy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with the shorter of the two, and it's a shit list based on performance over time. So, Leicester City have been relegated for the second season in a row.
Ooh.
10 years ago, they were champions of England. 9 years ago, they played Atletico Madrid in a Champions League quarter-final. 5 years ago, they won the FA Cup, played Napoli in the Europa League, and just 4 years ago, they played Roma in the Europa Conference League semi-final. But next season, they'll be playing Bromley and Mansfield Town in League One.
What a fall from grace.
Just dog shit. Just not good. They're now in the third tier of English football.
Just 10 years after pulling off arguably the biggest heist in sports ever.
Yep.
Like, definitely from a odds perspective.
And yeah, definitely, no doubt about it in football.
Yeah. Sad times.
Yeah, they'll be playing against teams that have spent 132 of their 134 years in existence playing non-league football. So that's like Bromley and Doncaster Rovers, Wickham Wanderers. Just teams that are historically not great. Yeah, absolute powerhouses of the lower tiers.
The stalwarts of non-league football.
Yep. So I'd like to just remind the likes of Tottenham that no one's invincible. Not even teams that actually fucking win the league are invincible.
Mm-hmm. How quickly things can go very awry.
Football, innit? And I've got one more shit list.
Go on then.
There's been a lot going on. These are saved over a couple of weeks because obviously last week was a special app, and then you were sick week before that. Yeah. So I've got the new draft rules. Not so much the draft rules themselves. So for context, the AFL is changing from this draft or next draft.
I think it was from this draft.
Yeah.
Like the one at the end of this year. I think it was last year was like heads up, we're changing stuff for next draft. And then just recently they've decided on the rules, whatever it is, 7 months out from the draft.
Yeah. So they're changing how Father Son works and everything works, I guess, isn't it? It's also academy. It's just how bidding for players works, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. They've fully rejigged the bidding and the points and all that.
Yeah.
To try and even up.
If you had a Father Son or academy get picked by another team in slot 1 or 2, to then bid and earn that player back, you get 20% loading.
Yes.
Yeah. Which for the likes of our good friends at Carlton, that's no good. I believe they can also only use 2 picks to match that bid too.
Yep, correct.
Which means they would have to use 2 probably very good picks with the 20% loading as well, you'd have to imagine.
Mm-hmm.
The example they're giving is Cody Walker, who I believe Carlton wants to pick up on.
That's right.
Father, son, the left,
Father,
right.
Son,
yeah. So what the proposed, how it would work, and what they're comparing it to is Will Ashcroft. Cody Walker would have to go for pick 3 and probably another pick in the 20s in order to match the bid, which is, pretty expensive. Whereas Brisbane got Will Ashcroft for what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of chips. So 34, 35, 38, 40, and 41 in his
Correct.
draft.
Yep.
Which is quietly just wild that they had so many picks very close together. Obviously, they were trading for a bunch because they knew they needed to get William, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does change things for them, and I don't necessarily have a problem with this. What I have a problem with is potentially how it's rolled out.
As in bringing it out right now?
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a better time to do it. And if not now, when are you going to do it? But also, it does feel bad for Carlton, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels really bad for them.
Right on the cusp. They're like, yep, no, we're sorted, we're fine. And then all of a sudden they're like,
yeah,
well, this is kind of shit. But obviously, like, the big one, or big ones more recently being the Ashcrofts, Jasper Fletcher for the Lions, but then also the Suns using a bunch of picks to match for 4 academy players.
I think the academy players feel different to me, though.
It is a bit different too.
In the way that you have properly developed that player.
Yeah.
I
see it a bit different as well.
You should be reaping reward for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas father-son, you haven't necessarily done anything. Oh, except for, I don't know, give his dad a job. But like...
Correct. But like last year, the Suns had 4 academy players fairly well rated, fairly highly rated, traded out their best picks to get Petrarca in, and then still had, all the packets of chips essentially to go, hey, we're going to match these ones. But
yeah,
I still see it differently as well, especially with one team that was like, hey, we can't keep our good players up here because no one wants to stay up here because they're all from Melbourne. And the AFL goes, well, develop your players then.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's time to develop the players. And the AFL's like, oh, wait, no, not like that. But father-son exists for, that's a team who hasn't won anything yet. Whereas Brisbane get highly rated father-son picks on the cusp of making grand finals and immediately after making a grand final.
Yes.
Who then roll straight into their best 23.
In an annoying way, it does feel like there has to be different rules for different stages of a club.
Yeah, and I think that's where they've tried to bring that balance with that loading, because they have negative loading the other way for teams that are down the bottom, like a minus 10% loading as well.
It's not even down the bottom. I think it's 11 through 18.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So it's not even just for the really bad teams. It's just to try and...
Oh, I'm so silly. I read that wrong. No, you're right. When I said picks 1 and 2, that's ladder position 1 and 2 has a 20% loading. I'm so sorry. So ladder position 1 and 2 have 20% loading. 3 and 4 have 10% loading. 5 through 10, no loading, no discount. And 11 through 18 get a 10% discount.
Get a discount, yeah. But the main one being clubs can only match with two picks.
Two picks.
So
that's the one that negatively affects Carlton. Obviously, quite positively for them, they get a 10% discount because there's no way they are finishing above 11th this year. Anything
shy of a miracle?
That is slightly better than I thought. If you gave a... I think there needs to be something slightly tweaked for father-son versus academy, though, to an extent.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll ever land something there.
There's no good place for it, is there?
Until it'll settle itself. Not really, because because the academies are treated different to the next gen academies that are run by the Victorian clubs for that reason. So yeah, they'll have to look at it in 10 years' time when every club has the opportunity to have kids of age that are father son or mother
Won't be
son,
10 years' time at that
father
point.
daughter, whatever.
Due to Tasmania.
They get access to Tassie born players. Father son Tassie born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've already got a rule for father
So
son.
they sorted that in advance.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I feel like they can just use the introduction of Tassie as a bit of a, hey, everybody.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest kick in the dick for like Carlton and Port Adelaide is they're doing it right now, right before the next draft is absolutely fucked up by Tassie getting every second pick from 1 through to 13 or something.
Tough.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to suck to be at least a mediocre team for a portion of time from now on for the next few years.
I'm settling on they should have waited until Tassie came in. It's just there's already change and there's far enough in advance that you can say, hey, this is what's happening.
Yeah. Make
decisions, because some of these decisions are a couple of years repercussion anyway. Like, you don't necessarily draft someone a lot of the time. You don't draft someone for that and immediately they're an A-lister in your club,
Correct.
So, people they have to build into the system, into their own abilities. So, you might make different decisions now, knowing exactly what's going to happen to the changes in X amount of time. You might trade for less future picks, for example.
Yeah,
you might take the talent now. Tom, yeah. My take is
I
Tassie.
agree.
Tassie's a change. Tassie's a change already. It was a big
knee-jerk thing because of the academies, but yeah, with Tassie come in, they should have just left it.
It can't be a knee-jerk thing because of Gold Coast in the way
that and just the combination of recent years of father-son and academies and stuff like that with like the worst teams not having until like the 4th pick, for example, in the draft.
Yeah.
Like that's the big one, and like that's another thing that they've put in, that clubs that finish in the bottom 5, if they're impacted by a bid match, they get an extra draft pick in the 2nd round.
Yeah. But like, picking Harley Reid at 1 hasn't really fucking helped West Coast, has it?
No, but like
I do, I get the sentiment a little, but like
picking Matt Rowell and Noah Anderson 1-2 didn't help for
a long
5
time,
years. Like you said, like unless you are players like that, and there's not out and out stars like that in every draft who just walk in to, especially like non-midfield players, like key back, key forward.
Yeah,
they usually will get a run halfway through a season. Like they don't necessarily start straight up.
Midfield a lot harder.
Yeah.
Whereas Harley Reid was fucking straight in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but it's just,
until you have other players who are either come in and are good or similar age and develop at the same pace.
Same income. Same super contribution.
Exactly. But yeah, for confirmation, any children of players who were born in Tassie and played at least 100 AFL matches for any club, the Tasmania Devils have access to them.
Depending on... Then it's down to the kid at that point, though, unfortunately, still, isn't it? Because they could still do the old choose which one, I presume.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, correct. There would definitely be the option.
Because they're not going to be like, oh, who's from Tassie? Olmo's from Tassie, isn't he?
Like
forward from... Literally who I was thinking of. Like, you're not going to have like like his kids are going to be able to pick between Richmond and Tassie. Is what I'm getting
correct.
at, right? Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would you pick Tassie or Richmond? And in that amount of time, the way Richmond have cleared house, maybe they'll be good again.
Maybe.
Yeah. Unlucky. Or I mean, would you? The funnier question: would you pick St Kilda or Tassie for Nick Rewalt? It's Tassie, right? It's Tassie every day. Like
it's Tassie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has to be.
Does he have kids? He's got to have kids.
Yeah, pretty sure he does.
Oh, that's right. We have made this joke about how that'll be their next father-son or something as a joke. I remember this. And now that is taken away from them because St Kilda aren't going to be good before Tassie's good.
Yeah.
Kid born in 2014. So, tough shout. Got a fair few years.
Yeah, yeah. Now, it's interesting that by the rules, his kids could be Devils via father-son.
Mm.
Born in Tassie, moved to Queensland at 9.
What shaped him more?
Probably those years toiling away at St Kilda.
Facts. Yeah. Oh, what? Unlucky. But yeah, there you go. That's longest shit list we've had in a while, isn't it?
That has been a very long Butcher of the Week and shit list combo, for sure. Now,
what is the shittest of the week? I don't think it should be KO.
Yeah.
I think Leicester are a really good shout.
Leicester
Draft rules just feels like me complaining.
Yeah.
Leicester just shit.
Leicester are bad now, aren't they? I feel like if we put the draft rules on there, it's similar conversation as what they've been talking about during the week on ABC AFL Daily.
Mm-hmm.
Is that if we didn't have anything bad to talk about footy, like we wouldn't be into it as much. Like it's the you got to have bad days to have good days, sort of thing.
So you're saying we're not putting new draft rules?
I think Leicester City or Leicester
City
gets on the list.
Leicester Shitty or many managerial firings?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like the managerial firings is like that's not even flavour of the week. That's like just flavour of the year. Like that
9 managers have lost their jobs this season.
Yeah, that might go in as just like notable mention for shit list of the year is Premier League managers.
Yeah, valid. Yeah. Leicester Shitty is in the list.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Very good. Very good. Now we're ready to dust off an older segment in Matt's honour here. We've obviously got his photo here that says
He's not dead.
with you always on it.
It's not dead.
But we'll dust off. We're going to dust off MJ's go to the week, Keelan.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out where else to put this. But since we've last recorded, there's been something pretty massive. And that was it London Marathon? I think it was London Marathon. Yeah, I'm going to commit. It was London Marathon. And at that event, the mystical sub 2-hour marathon limit was broken.
Rapid.
Which is wild. By Sebastian Sawe. He is now the new GOAT of the marathon. That is far too rapid. He did it in 1:59:30.
30 seconds. He had time to spare.
He had absolutely time to spare. So, Sebastian Sawe ran the marathon 2 minutes 50 per kilometre.
So
That is like a minute faster than I run a kilometre in 5K. Like I can run a 5K at 350.
Absurd. What's up with Kenyans?
It's partially genetics and it's actually both nature and nurture.
There you go.
Yeah, because you can go train with them. Right. You can go on a marathon training. No, you can still go train with them. Mm-hmm. A lot of their runs are really slow, right? Because you got to train. You got to run slow to run fast. It's about adding just more time on your feet, right? But it's the no bullshit. That is your life. You eat shit and run. Sleep. Sorry. Sleep's very important too. Eat, shit, run, sleep, repeat.
Yep.
That is all. And that's why they're so good. Unlucky to Yomif Kelecha, who also broke the sub 2 hour barrier. 11 seconds slower. So just it's borderline sucks to suck, isn't it? Because in any other race, if you had run that time, any other race, you would be the greatest marathon runner of all time. But instead, you're second best, and you're not even in the finish line photo for Sebastian Sawe.
Yeah, correct. He's the Michael Collins of marathons. For those who don't know, Michael Collins was the astronaut who stayed in the space shuttle when it first landed on the moon.
Yeah, he didn't say anything cool like one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah, correct.
So, unlucky brother.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, tough day for second place there. He's like, I also broke 2 hours, and it's like, yeah, cool. Thanks, Yomif. Good job, bud. Here's your medal.
He's second place, champ.
Yeah.
I think he's from somewhere else. So he did get
Ethiopia.
the national record for Ethiopia, which would probably stand for a hot minute. But yeah, I guess it's like being the third plane on 9/11. Actually, third place is legitimately like being the third plane on 9/11 because he didn't break sub 2 hours. And the third plane didn't take down a building. So there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Hey, good one. That might be in memory one of the better nominations for MJ's Code of the Week.
Yeah, thanks, Matt, for the nomination.
Like someone who's done something actually legitimately incredible.
The problem with a segment like Goat of the Week, though, is it doesn't work well as a weekly segment.
No.
You have to wait until someone does goat shit.
Yeah.
Although for a hot minute there, LeBron just was doing LeBron things. So
yeah,
Matt
correct.
probably could have thrown him in the mix, but
he didn't. We could, we get Matt back on. He'd be set for the next few weeks because he could just say, "Oh, Scott Pendlebury broke the AFL Games record again," like every week.
Fucking hilarious if we had him talk for 45 seconds about Scott Pendlebury every week, and that's it.
Yeah,
and not even leave the call, but sit in,
just sit in
for the whole thing and only talk about Scott Pendlebury.
Yeah, to talk about a player who's breaking the record of one of his favourite players of all time from his footy club, who got essentially thrown out by the footy club and probably could have played for 3 more years.
Yep. There's levels
by a coach that Matt despises now.
There's a
with
Vici
every fibre
to
of his being. Yeah.
Absolute levels.
All right. Anyway, should we get through our round 8 headlines?
I've got the silliest headline I've ever written in here, and you won't know it until it hits you, and then you'll know which one I'm talking about.
All right, sounds good. I think I've got a couple pretty good ones. So
Yeah.
feeling quite good.
All right.
Footy.
I don't have a button. Oh, no, the game doesn't start for 10 minutes. So I thought the game just started. That's crazy.
That's weird. Heard the MCG siren.
Just to set the scene, it's 8 p.m., 10 minutes before kickoff at Obtuse Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Freo Hawthorn. Hawthorn in the white clash. Side-eye hawk is what we're calling it. Side-eye hawk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Side-eye hawk.
Well, it's profile of a hawk, so I only see one eye.
Official name.
Side-eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Hawthorn, it's their second Thursday game in a row. Last week, they played the Collingwood Magpies on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm. At the MCG.
At the
Collingwood,
MCG.
15-3-93. Hawthorn, 13-15-93.
Yeah, necessary kicky goals there just for the long time fans.
Yeah.
Right now we're getting a Scott Pendlebury-a-thon in the Hawthorn Freo pre-match. Just letting you know.
Great.
But my headline is: what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? A draw. And that is how I would describe Collingwood's defensive efforts during that game. They were resolute.
Resolute is a great description.
Have you used it? And sorry if you have.
I have not. I have not. But, what Collingwood was able to do in defence at times there was, nothing short of outstanding. And then to be so accurate kicking on goal in comparison to the opposition who had, whatever it was, 10 more scoring shots.
Yeah, I think... I'll let you do your headline first.
All right, I'll do my headline. More draw. Why don't you like me? Nobody likes me.
I thought more was too obvious, and I'm glad I didn't go for it as well because I thought you might have a crack at it. So and you've done better than what I would have done, so that's great. Comical draw though.
I could probably tune that up a bit better. Sorry, I could have said that a bit better. You want me to have another crack?
I'm okay if you have another crack. Yeah, go nuts.
Yeah, right. More draw. Why don't you like me? Nobody likes me.
Have you seen? It's on whatever College Humor used to be. Dropout. No, sorry, what College Humor is now. All the people from College Humor went to Dropout, and there's a show when it's basically improv, and they sometimes do this game where they give you a prompt, and then so you've just done your recap, and then it's taking the piss out of improv, and it's just the same and more.
Yeah. Okay.
So can I get same again with more?
Yeah.
Yeah. More, please.
I don't know
as
how
in
many
act
more.
more. As in act more. Like just raise the bar.
I don't know how many Moors there were out there. I think we're all out of Moors.
Oh, fucking. Okay, I'll show you the clip next time. We'll leave that in the bank for later. But yes, all of Collingwood's goals, not all, the vast majority of Collingwood's goals were just cutting through Hawthorn like butter.
Yeah.
After, fucking 8 repeat inside 50s, Collingwood would get their stinking little mitts on one of them and go the other end and give like Jamie Elliott an uncontested mark.
Yeah.
And then he nailed the set shot.
Yeah. Brutal watch as the fan of the team who's just like banging down the door and then it just goes the opposite way and is in your goal. And it's like, oh my God.
Fucking kills me. Luckily, like, there was good stuff to watch, which is, I think a draw is actually a very fair result. Because, Hawthorn was winning clearance and literally just couldn't convert. Whereas, Collingwood, Jose Mourinho,
they got the 1 percenters.
Yeah, they got the 1 percenters, definitely. Yeah. And I disagree with get rid of the draw.
Yeah, I do too. you still sort of technically have a winner and loser out of a draw. For example, I think Hawthorn lost the draw, whereas I think, I guess the general sentiment is Collingwood won the draw.
Going into that game, you go, Hawthorn wouldn't be happy with the draw.
Correct.
Coming out of that game with a draw, I was like, thanks, boys. Good job.
Yeah, either way, you get 2 points, right? So you can't be disappointed. It also, I like it because of that factor. Like, it mixes it up a bit. It makes the rest of the season a bit more interesting as far as like ladder position goes, especially with the wild card this year. Because as soon as, if you have a draw, your percentage almost doesn't matter anymore. Like, it'd be great for a team like...
You've missed a whole round of increasing that percentage.
Yeah.
Haven't you? Yeah.
You know, if you're a team that just beats teams, great. It doesn't matter for you. You don't need to worry about having, 130 or 140 or,
I guess
try to squeeze a 120 percentage because you've already got 2 points above the teams that might be around the same.
Yeah.
So it sort of gives you that bit of a buffer regardless. Whereas, yes, it would be cool to have bloody 5 more minutes of pressure, but let's just leave that for finals. You play 3-on-3 in the NHL overtime and then a shootout to get a result. In the finals, you just go 5-on-5 again until someone scores. You could go golden goal.
In the AFL, I think that would be shocking.
It would be a nightmare.
It'd be an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, I think added time. Not that draws happen all the time, so it's not likely to actually have as much of an impact as I'm about to say. But like, player welfare. Obviously, the longer the game goes on, the more likely you are to probably have a muscle stress injury, right?
Yep.
Add in the fact that it's a contact sport and people are tired, tackle technique might fall.
Mm-hmm.
Or people might not tackle at all. Like, it might just be free-flowing. But there is like, with fatigue on all fronts, there's just going to be more issues for players, I think. And then you're almost punished. Both teams are almost punished in a way the next week because they've had increased volume in a game scenario.
Yeah.
So you'd have to train less. Otherwise, you're going to get, if you don't, you're probably going to get injured more too the next week.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
So just fucking keep it. And I'm glad we're on the same page there.
Yeah. We've got the rules to figure out in finals.
Yeah. Finals are different gravy.
Yeah, we've got extra
you
time
have
for
to
finals.
finish a game at that point. Whereas just play the Premier League thing. You don't, or the Champions League actually is probably a better example because in the league phase, they allow you to have a draw.
Yeah.
Then you go to finals, and obviously you can't finish on a draw.
You need a result.
And when you need one, you can get one.
Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
Agree. Fine.
The echo chamber once again echoing quite loud.
Mm-hmm. All right, first of Friday night doubleheader at Marvel, we had the Western Bulldogs 15-12-102 went down to the Dockers 17-12-114.
This affects my recap is what just happened with the first ball up of the current game. First hit out to advantage of the game, Ned Reeves against Luke Jackson.
Good call.
Yeah. My headline is, in a battle of ruckmen, both famous for being footballers, Luke Jackson comes away the better ruckman.
True.
Yeah, like he got way more hit outs than English did, which I didn't expect at all.
Arguably also the better footballer on the night too.
Yeah, he did everything better.
Yeah.
Big Timmy is coming back from injury, to be fair, but
yes.
There you go.
And I had vintage performance from the top dog, not enough to keep Dockers, coming home with a wet sail.
Oh, of course, at the Bont, bigger, like 33 disposals or something.
33 disposals, 2
goals.
goals.
Yeah. Wizard just threw the ball Don't worry, it was a free kick.
But after my prediction last week of the Bulldogs going to go down, I assume Hawks have kicked the first goal.
Whiz.
Oh, nice.
It's always whiz.
Yeah. After talking down the Dogs and how they're going to just fall off in my season prediction last week, but also simultaneously stating how Freo haven't beaten anyone yet. I almost talked into existence how good my analysis was.
I genuinely think you turned what most people were calling a really good matchup into a who cares. Because you can't actually take anything away from that game because you've just been talking mad shit about both teams.
Yeah,
they're
correct.
both going to do worse than what everyone else thinks. And now correct. It's just wow. It is what it is kind of game.
That's true. Debatably, that was still maybe the fifth best game of footy on the weekend. But also,
what's your number one?
Showdown.
Yeah. I think Pie Hawk to me was more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm biased as fuck though.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a second one. I can double dip on this game.
Oh, okay.
On the same theory, actually, it's exactly the same. God's gift to the ruck position logs less hitouts than oversized American. Mason Cox got like 4 more hitouts than Big Timmy English.
Then interesting.
Yep.
And so rejigs the pecking order, perhaps.
Yeah. Also, don't you just hate it when a big stupid dump clearance gets a mark inside 50 against your team? It's like, my brother in Christ, you weren't even looking where the fucking ball was going.
No. It's just try and kick it as far as possible, and it's just down the throat of an opposition player, uncontested.
It's the bombs up method.
Yep.
There's absolutely no leading craft there at all, unfortunately. Jack Dunstan hates it.
All right, then we had also on Friday night, marginally later start than the first game. Adelaide Showdown. Crows.
Not late enough.
Not late enough. Crows 11-10-76. The Power 11-9-75.
Very tight margin. And I've got 2 teams straight up to Showdown. The Power went down and the Crows got up. But it wasn't a large margin that decided who went up and who went down. And importantly, both teams did indeed show up. And it was just one team that showed up more than the other. So the Crows went up and the Power went down.
Oh, nice one. Thanks, Dr. Seuss.
I went for learning support. Where did everyone go to do their exams with extra time? I was never one of them kids. Learning support. We'll call it learning support. It's learning support, Dr. Zeus.
Yeah. I feel like if I was to yes and you could just mix in one more use of the word showdown in the back half of that. I was waiting for you to say show up, showdown once more.
Yeah. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, might be a bit rude.
Very good. I liked
that's
it.
the one I got the sillies for, can you tell?
Yeah. That was very weird droopy trees energy.
It was also natural because I was like, I wrote the first section, 2 teams showed up to Showdown without realizing, and then I was like, here
Perfect.
we go.
Yeah. Writes itself.
Yeah.
I went very, very easy, back page of the paper. Braden just cooked up one more reason why the Showdown should have a standalone primetime slot. Braden Cook kicking the winning goal
Yes.
with whatever it was, 10 seconds to go or something.
Sorry, I just watched Michael Frederick run 25 metres with the ball. Um, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been given 15 if someone kicked it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. The AFL app match recap had let him cook.
Never mind, it was 15 steps.
No.
So sorry. Yeah, let him cook. Sorry, yes.
as their headline for it. So they're trying to get with the youth.
Them youths. There was another one that was actually, it was giving me youth energy. Let me go find it.
But regardless, give the showdown a primetime slot. Like throughout the record books when these two teams meet each other, like it doesn't matter what form they're in.
Yeah, clearly Port decided to turn up and Crows decided to turn up, even though neither of them have been doing that.
Yeah. Even with, Hinkley gone, who was a noted get up for the big ones guy.
If you're up for the big ones for more than 4 hours, see a doctor.
See a doctor. See a medical professional.
Fuck, I love Jack Gunston, the goal umpire. Didn't even fucking move. Oh.
The old just look straight over their head is the best.
It's classic. Sorry, the other one for the kids, which wasn't really for the kids, I've realised, is actually more for the dads. And it was Sydney, so I won't skip it.
Oh, yes. Good one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that didn't watch that game, so we'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it when we get there. Very good. But regardless, showdown, stand alone, let it happen. Obviously, we did have two very good games of footy and close games of footy. And one did finish, and then you could watch the end of the other one. So, like, it's fine. But
if it was the other way, imagine if it was the other way around, though. If they had gotten it wrong and they started the showdown first. So, like, some people were not watching the end of the showdown. Like, the showdown end playing by itself was optimal, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Because neutrals, it was 1 point. Frothing,
Yeah.
But if it was the other way around, I like the end of the Bulldogs game. It was kind of like like old mate from Freo was kicking a bunch, but like besides that, it's just not as cool. That was a throw from Luke Jackson. Luke Jackson, esteemed footballer, did these ones.
Yes, yes, correct. But you're right. Like from the start of the last quarter in that match, it was over, basically.
Yes,
like it was just that the Dogs kicked a couple back, in the middle of that quarter or towards the end that made it closer than it was and made it still interesting. But I think, the Dockers would have been up by, close to 30 points or 4 goals or something like that at midway through the last. And it's like, well, this one's
and
done.
there's always a chance for a cheeky narrative about fucking Freo stop late Bulldog surge or whatever. But like surge always kind of oversells it because if you go into that last quarter with a winning position, it's pretty easy to not pretty easy to defend it in the winning position of it. Like you can fall away, but like getting a couple goals back doesn't then mean you're in the driver's seat necessarily as much as commentators will make you believe.
Yeah, especially when if you look at the score worm from half time, it was just trending Freo's way. They were leading at 3/4 time by a few. Yeah. And then just like the trend continued. Absolutely. As much as BT might try to convince you that a team is 1 goal away from a comeback while they're 30 points down, it's likely not the case.
Yeah, facts.
All right. Buried in at 12:35 at Marvel on Saturday was Essendon hosting Brisbane. The Bombers 11-13-79, Brisbane 20-11, 143.
Some would argue rightfully buried in that slot. The AFL not making the same put the Bombers in prime time mistake they made last year. That is a
tick.
That's a hand up from the AFL and gone, hey guys, we made a mistake.
Yep, got it wrong.
And what I've got is Lions cyberbully and then IRL bully the Bombers in the same week.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Straight to the point.
I had in the same way that the AFL match recap on the app does its headlines. I've got a word and then a colon and then a sentence about it.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got shock. AFL team has day out versus Bombers.
Yeah, that's good. That's good choice. That is very AFL. What do they call it when they don't actually credit someone on the AFL app for writing a thing?
Staff writers.
That's very staff writers coded, isn't it? Yeah. That's pretty good.
They just killed them. Like it was just a wire to wire drubbing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what do you expect?
Yeah. And
it is what it is. Oh my God. Sam Butler's back in the lineup and he's back in the goals, boys. I've actually got a statement related to. I'll skip ahead a little bit. As a Bombers fan, you'd much rather the Bombers be doing what the D's are doing, I think.
What, winning games?
Don't skip ahead. No, even when they lose, sorry, the way they lose is still much better than the way Essendon are losing.
True. Yes, it's completely different.
The D's, don't skip ahead. I think they played a very good first quarter. The score worm alone shows you that, right?
Yep.
But I think I'm going to use Resolute again. But I think they came out of the third quarter break with a lot of resolve. And I think as a Bombers fan and a Carlton fan, based on second half performances, you'd like to see your team come out in the fourth and just
go for
show
it.
a bit, just have a crack.
Yeah.
At that point, you're not fucking winning anything, so just. I mean, you might, but just fucking just have a go. Just try shit.
Yeah. No,
have fun.
You're correct. You are correct. Only positive maybe from the Bombers. Nate Caddy had 8 shots on goal, 3-5, unfortunately, but 8 shots. And Peter Wright might have had the best game of his career with 27 hitouts and 2 goals won and 26 disposals.
He is being handy for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good for a mark as well. How many marks did he have if you're looking at his stats?
You're
not looking at his stats, are you?
I'm not looking at marks. I don't have marks.
Don't worry about it then.
Hold on.
But
5.
Never mind. Could have had more. Fucking prick. Someone, if you had to pick someone from Hawthorn who was leading for a ball, it would be Jack Hunson, obviously, wouldn't it? Yeah, fucking Jack Hunson took a mark on the lead. Wow, what a surprise. Let's move on to a toilet bowl. Thoughts? I've just spoiled the first 3 words in my recap.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Also, equally buried-ish, buried Perth time for sure. But Saturday afternoon footy for the rest of us. West Coast 13-10-88, Richmond 15-9-99.
Sorry, Jack Johnson just swung it both ways. He's got reverse swing, and now they've cut to a 2013 grand final highlight package from him too. Elite, absolutely elite. So yeah, for the game of the week, I've got in a toilet bowl extravaganza, the Tigers ring the warning bell at the Eagles that hasn't stopped ringing since 2022.
True. I had congrats to the knockout tippers who managed to pick Richmond's only win for the year. The circle of parity is complete.
I did we talk about knockout last week?
We did, yeah. But
Yeah,
then obviously took a while to get the show up.
yeah, but do we not say that that was your week to pick West Coast? Because when else are they going to win? I legitimately think
Possibly
75% of knockout people must be gone based on choosing this game alone.
Yeah.
Never
Probably.
mind, that goal that swung both ways didn't swing both ways enough. It was a behind.
Oh,
So the 2013 Grand Final highlight package was all for naught.
back in the box.
Yeah.
What I did not watch a second of this game for good reason.
Oh, neither. Say less.
Like, who cares? Like, the only the biggest disappointing thing about this is that we only got to enjoy Draw FC having more points than Richmond for like a day.
Yeah, nice. Here's the thing. Dude, as a West Coast fan, you got to be fucking... There's got to be no rope left in Bunnings in Perth, right? Absolutely zero.
Yeah.
How long can you be bad for?
The Bombers have been bad for a while.
Yeah.
But they have been up and down in that time too. They just haven't won a final for a very, very long time.
Whereas West Coast have been consistently bad for the last 4 years. This is going on 5th year. They've been just dog shit.
Yeah. The Eagles have very much gone the Leicester City method. Of year two. Yeah. Like, they're lucky there's no other leagues, that are tied to there's no promotion or relegation, because that would be in...
Maybe they're keen on having the biggest dynasty in the AFL, and so they're doing an extended what do you call it when you play for draft picks?
Tank.
Extended tank. Thank you.
Yep.
Maybe they just, tank for 10 years, and then by then, Harley Reid's absolutely in his prime, and you could go like 5 premierships back to back.
Yeah. But yeah, you'd be... I feel like you'd be very disappointed as a West Coast fan now after winning the second half against the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah. Big
first
second
of all.
Carlton, take notes.
And then beating North, like getting an actual full game win. And then beating Port. And then you just got pumped by 128 by the Swans, and it's just been downhill since then.
It's oh man, it's got to be hard. But
it can't be worse than, surely as an Eagles fan you think, it can't be worse than, losing by 101 to St Kilda the week before, having 200-point losses within 4 weeks of each other. And then Richmond does you by 2 goals at home.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Like a team that doesn't have a ruckman, for Christ's sake.
I've got a fun fact based on the St Kilda game you just mentioned.
Okay.
The 101-point defeat to St Kilda by the Eagles meant that Tim Kelly became the first West Coast player to notch up 9 separate 100-point losses.
Brutal.
Yeah.
And he left Geelong to do so.
Yeah. The list actually is quite a lot of GWS players.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so your Stephen Cornelius is tied. I'm sure quite a lot of the other players here on 9 are GWS earlier days, potentially. But like the 10 gang, Jeremy Cameron, Toby Green. 14 gang, Callan Ward. Yeah, Tim Kelly is probably going to climb that list at this rate, is what I'm getting at.
He might have another 2 or 3 by the end of this year.
15 is the current record.
What's he on? He's on 9.
He's on 9.
Oh, he's got it. He's got that. He will have the record by the end of next season.
Let's check his contract. He just signed an extension last year. He's playing until the end of 2027 at West Coast. So he maybe go free agent. With one year, not free agent. Sorry, he might get a trade deal with 1 year left potentially. But importantly, he's gonna climb the ranks for sure.
Yep, yeah, without a doubt. All right, then going down as far south as we go currently, down to Geelong. Geelong, 21-9, 135. North Melbourne, 13-8, 86.
I've got the young Joeys put up a fight early, but like their feral counterparts, the domestic house cats from Geelong tore into the young, delicate kangaroo population. This also serves as a reminder to make sure you keep your cats inside.
Hey, good message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see a fucking street cat, I'm not going to kick it. I'm too scared to do anything to them, but like I just don't fucking like it.
Yeah. Get back inside. Shouldn't be out here. And I had North Melbourne club doctors flat out this week giving out pills as the shin boner spirit only lasted for 3/4 of the encounter.
Well, if it lasts 4 quarters or more, you got to call a doctor.
Yeah, correct.
Importantly, I keep going to write probably the same thing about North every week. I go, oh, damn. Wanted them to win, like just feels bad. Like they're at the point now where I think you can comfortably go, the odds aren't with them, but there's a genuine chance of an upset here.
That's why I didn't
pick the rebuild finally on.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick Geelong as my shoe-in last week. I legitimately thought this might be a close game, and it was.
They're easy to tip against because of the odds, but they're hard to shoot.
Yeah. Kangas were in front late in the third quarter. Yeah. And then they had, to their credit, they kicked 4 goals in the last quarter. And Geelong kicked 9.
The team with a lot of blonde hair, blue eyes would kick 9, wouldn't they?
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of that. There's lots of NRL on the weekend. Yeah,
you get that in this region.
I got lots of. Well, I was in because it was Harry's Bucks too. He's an NRL guy, so I didn't really get all his friends NRL guys. I didn't really get a lot of choice on what was going on the telly.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Tell you what, anyway. It would have been could have been delightful if that was this coming weekend, not last weekend. We're playing in Byron Bay this weekend.
Yeah, we've been sick.
Yeah, at the grounds that are just near the bowling club. Like a couple streets back from the main drag.
I was going to I didn't even. So the paintball that said it was at Ballina also turns out it was south of Ballina, basically at fucking Wardell. It's just
at
up
Wardell,
the highway. Yeah. I would have messaged you telling you I was going over there for lunch if I realised before fucking going that we were getting off the highway at the same place.
Yeah. No, that's. But
the Pies, I think limited options at that point. That was very sad. I always go the lamb and mint or the stout.
Yep.
Both were gone. I was like, my brother.
Disappointing.
I need it.
Bugger. God, what game are we up to?
Blues Saints, unfortunately.
Yeah. Prime time. You got to love it. At Marvel Stadium.
St Kilda are this year's Essendon in that regard.
Carlton 9-15-69. St Kilda 16-12, 108.
I'm not going to make a joke about how Carlton keep winning first halves and losing the game, as that would be inconsiderate. That is all.
Okay. Thank you.
That was a planned length of simmer as well after the recap, by the way.
Yeah,
got to count.
Very good. It can't go on like this, can it? It can.
Oh, you could take a horse to the well, but you can't teach it how to win a second half.
No. No.
Oh, shocking.
At this point, just pull my ears out. Hold on. At this point, if you're Carlton, you got to not go into the sheds at halftime or something. Like, you got to do something drastic. You got to mix something up.
Stay on the ground with the Oz kickers. Learn how they play a fucking second half.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just going to have to change something up.
So there's no I don't condone, as you know, as everyone's well aware, I don't like manager firings. Probably should fire them. Fire Vossi. Be funny if they get hammered by Brisbane, and, as you mentioned earlier, and then they fire Vossi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a very poetic way to go out this week at the Gabba. Just getting absolutely pulled apart at the Gabbatoir, where you've had, years and years and years of success, spent your whole career, and then you just get the axe there.
I mean, you've had all sorts of success, and then you just turn up and sucks to suck.
Yep, exactly. The irony of Dan in the chat here, while this current game's going on, carrying on about the Wiz getting lots of commentary, double wristers as he's put it. And I've responded to him, saying, average Nick Dacos enjoyer, because
classic.
Yeah, if you've ever seen, I don't know, the AFL's Instagram page, it's 5 out of 7 days of the week have something to do with Nick Dacos.
6 out of 7 AFL staff writers enjoyed Nick Dacos, or whatever the dentist line is.
Yeah.
Look, I can't hear the commentary right now, obviously, but everything I've seen the Wizard do has been pretty fucking good so far. I think the real problem is when you have commentary teams talking about how good a ruckman is because of how fast he can run from the square inside 50. It's not a ruckman's job.
Correct.
And I will die on that hill. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to Sunday.
Sunday.
In the Harbour City. Sydney hosting the Demons. Sydney were 19-17, 131. Melbourne 17-12, 114.
So I don't think anyone thought that the D's were going to win this, but wowie, did they go out there and actually try. Take notes, Carlton.
True.
Yeah. And the D should be in a worse place than Carlton is. It all comes back to Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizard just did some more shit, dude. Fuck me. He can't be stopped. And he's just intercepted the ball after his bad inside 50, to be fair.
Made up for it.
Yeah. But yeah, what's your
I had the Harbour City turned it on for Sweeney as Sydney presented her with a bunch of roses.
Nice. That's quality.
Yeah.
Incredible quality.
and yeah, a little honourable mention to the match report, Guns and Roses.
Really
very
good.
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
For those that didn't see anything, 7 goals for him.
Yeah. Career day. He Post-match, ABC asked him, "Do who was playing on you? Name of the player who was playing on you?" And he was like, yeah, no idea." And it seemed like it. It seemed like literally no one was playing on him all game.
Supposedly they put him in as a spare forward. So his job was to just be the spare.
Yeah, well, it was working because the ball was just finding him.
which is interesting to me because 666 would indicate at some point he's not spare.
Yeah, I guess he might have just been outside 50 on the arcade and he'd just step into it.
That's one of those things, though, where I would love just like a top-down or like a GPS tracker data version of the game. Yeah, so I could go back and just like see where things go. Because I don't think the heat map would line up and show that. I think the heat map's going to show him inside 50 most of the game.
Let's have a look. Yes, it does. Especially the right pocket, very hot.
Yeah,
a little bit of time. 3 touches down on the wing, sort of back half flank ish.
But probably when the ball's coming back out from their D50,
definitely,
probably not lining up and starting at the wing. I wouldn't imagine.
Definitely. Now, Charlie had a case of the Kernos. He had 1-4.
Yeah.
But
don't skip ahead. He's out of this week's game too. So
he is.
More goal kicking practice required.
But they did have 14 between Roses and Marty McDonald. 14-1. So
if you had to pick one player in that team to kick 7 goals, it's not going to be Roses.
No, definitely not.
In any team, you're never picking the small to kick 7.
No, absolutely right. And the the much touted Max versus Brody, frenemies matchup. We got it. It was just the wrong Max. It was more Max Heath than Max Gawn. Max Gawn had to go play down front for most of the match. But then they were like actually probably getting the ruck for the last quarter, and you saw what happened. They actually brought it back and made it a contest.
Yeah, you give Cozzy the ball a little bit more. And I also think Jordan came off Cozzy before the end of the game too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Give star player ball, do better football. Weird. Yeah. Weird how that works.
Yeah. Now, the Swans did have a bigger lead, like halfway through the last.
Yeah.
And then the D's got a few late ones to make it a bit more respectable.
It was just it was the very late comeback that I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah. And by comeback, I don't mean comeback at all. They really didn't close the gap that much.
No, four out of the last 5 goals.
Yeah.
Like Amadi kicked the last.
Yeah, so... And look, when you're up by that much, you can probably get a little bit complacent anyway. But it would feel good for a D's fan to
see them lose around like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, and then finishing off the round, late Sunday game, which was, a delightful watch to have a game on that late. Obviously, it was public holiday on Monday in Queensland. Yep. That's why they could do it. The Suns hosting the Giants. The Suns 11-17-83, GWS 8-15-63.
Thank fuck Jake Stringer only kicked 1 goal, because if I hear one more fucking superlative for that loser, I'm never going to watch a Giants game again. Anyway, Suns win to steady the ship in potentially hardest game for their next couple of weeks.
Yep, nice one. I had Jamara firing in his first game at Carrara while the Suns got back on track. Christian back to his crucifying best to expand on their win tally and take hold of the expansion cup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really good. Love your work.
Very good. Bloody scrappy game of footy. Could have been a lot worse for the Suns. Giants 1-7 in the first quarter, 3-10 at halftime.
Cadman's, was
the
it
Suns were
early? Was it his
3-4 and then
goal
4-8.
early that
So
was just
also,
fucking rocket?
yeah, it was. It's just that time of year where it's if it starts cooling down at that time, nice and dewy, nice and slippery.
The commentary team did actually mention
Yeah,
that it was looking that way. So yeah, we called it.
good
we know
practice
weather.
for
We know
Darwin.
Ball. I said we know ball.
We know ball, yeah.
We know weather. Yeah.
Yeah. Good bit of practice for Darwin conditions for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So hopefully that goes well. But yeah, good win. 20-point win. Take that. First expansion cup win in bloody 5 seasons.
It's unfortunate that they didn't slap GWS silly, because that would have written itself with the Ben Long slapping Clary in the face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which
was both hilarious and silly. And
it was first
silly
one and then the
act.
other. Yeah, first one then the other for sure.
Yeah. But I definitely think he got off on the funny defence.
He walked into court, well, the tribunal, with a smile on his face. Actually, they didn't go to tribunal, did they? It was just...
No. He just got fined.
Didn't fucking get anything, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Luke Jackson just forgot how to ruck and got a free kick paid against him.
Sucked in. He must have he obviously got off because, one, the slap that he hit him with was clearly very weak sauce. But two, I think just out
Clary
of the funniness
got a week
factor,
for staging.
I think the funniness factor of rage baiting him into standing back up while like squeezing his face between his hands.
Dude, did he say who's an idiot sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But no, quite funny. Good win. Like I said last week, toughest one, hopefully for a bit. So expand on that. Win at the right time to get the momentum going up into Darwin, which is a bit of a fortress, and then come back home.
You don't want to be doubting your fortress. Like, not that you go in there doubting Darwin, but you wouldn't, like, if you went in there with bad form, you go, oh fuck, I don't want to lose our fortress.
Yeah,
you know, like you want to go in there with a positive mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, very good. Quick. We mentioned Circle Parry is complete. Shoe in recap. You had the Swans, so I was kind of glad that the margin got closed at the end of that game a bit.
Yeah.
And I had Freo, who only ended up winning by 12, so not too much damage caused with the difference on the margin there.
Good footy.
Yep. Quick run through of just the tips. Those have been posted on socials prior to
fucking look at you go.
Opening kickoff. It's much easier when I take my 2-piece laptop upstairs, where I can prop it up against a candle so I can actually use it, sit on a table, as opposed to laying open face on my computer tower that doesn't work down here.
To be fair, that's dangerous, because the more you carry it around, the more likely it is to become literally 2 parts.
Yeah, look, I'm not flapping it open back and forth. I'm handling it like it's a very old book in a museum. Like, I've got cotton gloves on, very delicate.
Nice.
Yeah.
We just had a ball don't lie moment. Very weak free kick paid against Massimo for an alleged push in the back that originally went through as a behind. And the set shot from the free kick went through as a behind as well. So it's okay. Ball don't lie. Love that.
Nice.
I've got a couple of quick news bits before we tip.
Sure.
You mentioned the Circle, didn't you? Yep. Did you want to talk about Circle in any depth, or just that it's done?
Just that it's done.
It's been drawn.
I think we sort of looked into it. Fairly rapid. Done by round 8, but not the quickest. It's been done by round 5, by round 4 way back when, but in the modern era, More recently, 2019, 2023, I think it said it had been completed by round 5.
Same amount of teams and whatnot. Oh, ball.
Yep.
The wizard truly is a wizard. He just took down a man triple his height. No, it wasn't Mason Cox. But yeah,
Dan's going to hate this.
He's going to really fucking hate what's going on right now for sure. And if I get some spare time over the weekend, I might just look at the draw and figure out if it's easy to figure out how if it could have happened slightly faster, or if there's any way to figure out how fast it could have possibly happened without me having to do a bunch of iterations of wins and losses.
Yeah, well, I having a glance at it, I feel like it is like there's a few, like it could have been done a bit quicker. There's quite a few, well, not quite a few, but there's round 5, a couple of round 7s. Oh, sorry, 3 round 5 games, a couple of round 7 games, and then this one, and then the rest are opening round 1, round 2.
Yeah.
So definitely feel like there's potential, especially when you get
the other things are like, what if those opening round games went the complete other way? Like there's so many iterations to check. There's got to be an easier way to figure it out.
Yeah, correct. But like, especially when you get a an early upset, like you really need those early wins by bad teams. Like you need a toilet bowl matchup to start things off just about, to try and get one of those teams a win, or you need a couple of those matchups early in the season to really tick it off, because there's such a big gap between the good and the bad teams now.
Yeah.
Like it's 5 or 6 auto picks every week.
Yeah, like they're not necessarily shoo-ins, but they're because you can't pick them because the odds are too big. But quite often they're just easy picks, aren't
they? Yeah. There's legitimately, like, I think the past few weeks we've had 3 games where the favourite has been paying like $1.10 or less.
Yep. It's gross.
Just absurd.
But yeah, I'll try and do some math. We'll see how it goes. I feel like we'll figure it out. Maybe. Anyway. Importantly, the circle has been drawn. It's closed. I have a very quick stat about the all the Sunday games, actually.
Okay.
It was a feline frenzy,
right,
or a felid field day. All 3 feline mascotted teams won on the same day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yesterday was the 8th time since 1997 that's happened. So there you go. It's been 4 years between drinks. Since 2022, the last time it happened.
Yeah, right. That's a pretty shit stat. But
useless.
Also a good one. Yes.
Yeah, useless. I have one more stat for you.
Go
on. 6-day breaks FC.
Okay.
Now, currently, Freo are on game 4 in a row of 6-day breaks.
Yep.
They've done the quadruple, if you will. They've gone from Sunday to Thursday in 4 weeks. If they win tonight, which they're not going to, so it's unfortunate. This stat is useless. It's meaningless. If they were to win tonight, they would be the second team in the history to win all those games on 6-day breaks.
Wow.
Yeah. The only other team that has done it is Port Adelaide.
Okay.
And that was in 2023.
Oh. Surprisingly recently.
Yeah, right. Once it's the same as the 2-hour marathon, you know. Once the 4 wins after a 6-day break barrier was beaten,
yep,
it's then easier to go back to the well, you know.
Yep, that's the benchmark that everyone's getting.
benchmarks change. Yeah, everyone's looking at the hour and a half marathon, which is probably impossible. But it's a nice round number. Jack Gunston just took a mark. What a surprise. If you had him for any time goal scorer, you would have gained 3 cents.
Oh, very good. Couple of great useless stats.
Thank you. Useless
Very
stats
nice.
has been popping off recently. So love that for us.
All right, run through our tips, which are obviously up on socials, but we can talk through them. Obviously, first up, currently we've got the Dockers hosting the Hawks. We've both taken the Hawks. The Hawks are very slight underdogs in that one.
And they are very, very slightly ahead right now.
There you go.
So we'll take that.
Very, very good.
4-point lead.
Obviously the bookies somewhat agree with my sentiments I raised last week and then tipped them about Fremantle being unconvincing, perhaps. Because it's not an easy, Fremantle are tracking pretty well. Both teams are tracking pretty well this season, but it's not an easy flight over there. It's a long trip to face them. So, Hawks for me.
And hopefully that both pays off for both of us. Tomorrow's a stinker of a Friday night game. Brisbane Carlton.
Yeah, they're both not great. They've doubled up again, which I get the reasoning why, because teams can only play 2 5-day breaks per season. So if you do 2 games on the Friday, it makes you can swap things around a bit easier, shuffle things around a bit better. Unlike last Friday where it was 2 close good games, I don't.
Bulldogs has the opportunity to potentially be a good game of football, whereas
Brisbane it could be a close game of football. I don't know if it'll be a good game of football.
Valid.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah, you can have a close game and not give a flying fuck about it.
Yep, correct.
I
think that's where I'm landing. But yes,
you can't make this shit up. Jack Gunston led into space and the ball landed on his chest. How did he do it?
All right.
Yeah, brother, let's get him.
Starting off 7:30 tomorrow at the Gabba. Lions hosting Carlton. Like we mentioned, could be a very poetic end to Michael Voss's coaching career at Carlton. Will he get a bit more? I think every man and his dog is picking Brisbane. This is not a bounce back spot for Carlton.
1% of people have picked Carlton, and I think that's a rounding error.
Yeah. Does Michael Voss survive another week if his team plays bad from the start and loses? Perhaps. Or what if they just flip the script? They just start bad and they just do a West Coast and they win the second half by 3 points. I don't think that's good enough to keep his job either.
No. But I also don't think this isn't the slot to kill him.
I don't think so. If they were going to get rid of him, they would have done it. If you're going through your season predictions as a Carlton fan or as a Carlton person and going win loss through your list, this is a loss.
Already penciled this in, even if you're playing well until this point.
Yeah, exactly. 2-time premiership winner, back-to-back winners at home. Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Yep. Jack Gunston has 4 goals. There's 12 minutes left in the second quarter. Aiden just chimed into the chat with, sad I only took him for 5.
Oh, that is a terrible early crow. He's not going to kick another one now.
Well, it's not close enough to the quarter break that Freo can make any meaningful defensive change, I don't think. So hopefully something happens and he kicks a goal in the next, minute and a half, just to make sure that hoodoo is kind of nipped in the bud. But yeah, obviously, we were fucking tipping Brisbane. There's no way you're tipping Melbourne. And I think Vossi should probably keep his job for a little longer. I think
showing against Bulldogs next week.
Yeah.
Then Port at Adelaide. That's a winnable one.
Yeah. I think, in a way, they're already looking ahead to those. You'd have to imagine they've written off Jack Johnson mark inside 50. You'd have to imagine that was running away with the flight. Unfortunately, not leading chest out towards it. But you'd have to imagine that no one's thinking about trying their best against Brisbane. As opposed to, like, obviously they'll try in the first half, but no one's thinking about, like, this is our spot to actually turn it around.
Yeah, they don't.
They're thinking about Bulldogs. The Bulldogs is a gettable scalp.
Yeah.
Whereas Brisbane for them is not. I don't think it's a gettable scalp in any way.
This is not a bounce back spot for Carlton.
Bulldogs would be a really good bounce back spot. I think Port's more likely, but Bulldogs is a great game to have a crack at while they're down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Aiden needs to give Jack Gunn a big kiss on the lips for making his, like, Moz not come true, like, instantly after saying it.
Yeah, shout out to Jack Gunson for being the king.
Yeah.
Other such takes as Lewis just said Unk is king.
Yep.
That is all.
That should put him top of the goal kickers list now, or at least currently.
He was just earlier. His first or second of the game was he jumped over Roughhead.
Oh, I was meaning this season, but there you go.
Oh,
so is that club record?
That'd be club, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
Like 579, probably 580 now, actually.
Yeah.
Or something.
So yeah, 5 would put him at 29 for the season, ahead of Banking at 28.
Mate, if he continues at this pace for this game,
yeah, be on for
give him 3 Colemans, dude. Holy
13.
shit! Yeah. Let's see.
Tons in sight.
I'm just gonna check if AFL tables gets updated live. It doesn't. I'd be curious. I've never checked how quickly it gets updated, but if it gets updated immediately after the game's finished, that'd be sick.
Yeah. On for the ton. All right, other Friday night game at Adelaide Oval. Port hosting the Bulldogs. Pick the Bulldogs as underdog here. In theory, they still, I think, technically have a better team.
Yeah, I think the odds look slightly favourable for Port based on it being a home game. But I do think that Bulldogs are the better team. Yep. I don't think Port are necessarily playing for, Adelaide Oval. I don't think this is one of the games they get up for. If we're playing the get up for it narrative.
Yeah, correct. Todd Marshall omitted. He was playing down back for Port anyway, and then a few omitted and one injury for the Dogs. Notable in Connor Butterick come back in. From injury, so
he was actually playing before he was out earlier in the season. I think I've mentioned it earlier. He was playing quite well.
Yep.
So yeah, they'll definitely be taking that. They'll be very chuffed that he's back.
Mm-hmm. Right, on to Sunday 1:15. Marvel, maybe roof open. Kangaroos hosting Sydney.
It's Sydney, but North could win.
Yeah.
No Curnow.
Mm-hmm.
Comben, I guess, goes to McDonald at that point. Don't know if... is that his name? Yeah, I don't know if McDonald is getting much over Comben.
No. McLean's hasn't got the ceiling of Curnow, but he comes in as a experienced AFL forward.
Yeah.
That's fine. Dry Sarong injured. He's been playing very good for Sydney, actually. He's been a good pickup. Another experienced battler, Harry Cunningham, comes in for him. So sort of, a wash for that one.
Midfield is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, George Wardlaw coming back in for the Kangas.
Yeah.
That's handy.
That's head over ball, big boulder, shoulders out, front and face.
Yeah.
So that'll be that'll be interesting because obviously Heaney's been back doing Heaney things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if it's slightly more congested in the middle, I think North are going to do a better job though.
Yeah.
Just with bodies, but they also have they got some pretty good taggers that are okay to play tag as well.
Yes,
Sydney.
correct.
Yeah. So anything is possible.
Legitimately. All right. And then at, I don't know, the witching hour of AFL footy, 4:15 Saturday afternoon.
And
Giants
rightfully
hosting the Bombers.
Based on Giants' form, which goes loss, win, loss, they're due for a win.
They do have Hogan injured, Leclerc, so one of their ruck options injured.
Dan's going to hate that. Wizard just kicked the goal.
Notable out is Ben Mackay has been dropped by the Bombers this week.
He couldn't find his confidence. No, that was rude. That was rude.
But the Bombers also have Redmond, Parrish, Archie Perkins, Nick Bryan coming in.
And they're still only paying $8 to win.
Yeah.
So for me, it's GWS who are paying $1.07, even with pretty... Oh, look, actually, Hogan didn't do much last week.
No, he was banged up.
Except take a defender.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think GWS still
get it done.
Still get it done, right?
Yeah. All right. Then first of a double prime time matchup on Saturday night. The Suns' first game up in Darwin for the year, up there for this fortnight, hosting the Saints.
This is my choice of primetime game to watch. At least initially, until it blows out at halftime. Suns are winning this one. It's Darwin, dude.
Yep. Fortress, Darwin, Suns win.
Based.
Yep. Sam Closey's suspended. Ben Jepson comes in. Apparently,
yeah. I was happy when he came back. I was like, it's Mr. And then see you later, bud.
Yep.
Yeah, unlucky.
And then, so confirmed, Moyle holds in spot in the team. No double ruck.
Big boy's out.
That's fine. Give Moyle a run up there in the conditions, see how we go, and then maybe Witts will come back for the next one.
That's a bad kick. I just like double ruck. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the Suns pull it off. Maybe they'll do it. They might do it next week.
I think it's funny how double ruck I thought was gross pre-ruck change. Like when Freo were doing double ruck, they were just too early.
Yeah.
But now there is a reason to have the more athletic, for lack of a word, the ruck, as well as your big boy. So
yeah, as opposed to the way too early Melbourne double ruck that they tried to do.
Imagine if they fucking had that now, though. To be fair, that would be sick, dude.
Yeah,
Gawn could actually play up front the entire game, not have to take a single fucking centre bounce.
But yeah, I don't mind giving Moyle a run for this one as well. Like watching Witsy up in Darwin last year was a bit of a slog towards the end of the matches at times.
Yeah.
So give him an extra week off, see what happens, maybe run a double next week.
Yeah, and even if Moyle runs himself into the ground this week, you have Witsy to come in for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, sick.
Should be good. And then the other one, MCG Cats hosting the Magpies, hosting Collingwood.
I've got Geelong.
I've got Geelong as well.
But I think it's another one that could be a good game. But I'll probably only care about this second half anyway, depending on how it's going. So for me, it's a watch Suns first on Sunday, are they?
Yeah,
Saturday,
definitely.
Saturday evening. Sorry,
Saturday evening. Reece Stanley in for the Cats. Howe, McCreary, and Pendlebury in for the Pies. So could be a good watch.
Yeah, it could be.
All right, then Sunday, the Demons hosting the Eagles at Marvel.
It's Melbourne. West Coast not
Melbourne.
winning another game for the season.
No, probably not. And then we got a Melbourne doubleheader with Richmond hosting the Crows at the G at 3:15 that afternoon.
I was about to make a joke that they're Melbourne doubleheader, but they're both at Marvel. Would be typical AFL.
Melbourne doubleheader, but the games overlap on a Sunday afternoon.
Not by much. It could be worse.
It could be worse, but
it's not the classic
why?
30 to 40 minute delay.
Yeah. But why not just start that game at 4? Or start the other one earlier.
Four's a bit, I think you start the other one earlier because 4's a little bit awkward, I think, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But I've got Adelaide, would you believe?
Yeah. 4:20 start is for the Perth games on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't like it over there.
I've got Adelaide as well.
Yeah.
And we have shooting already. We couldn't pick GWS. I took Brisbane. You've got Melbourne. And Kiss of Death obviously has Essendon facing the Giants.
Yeah, unlucky. They're cooked.
Yep.
Do you want me to write those down? Oh, no, you got it on the internet. We're fine.
They're already up.
Nice. All right. Well, in the interest of, we're actually going to be done at halftime, I think, which is great because that's really good for me. I get to have a little snack and then watch the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some. It's football, innit?
Rattle it off.
Yeah, I've got a few to rattle. There's a few rattles and then one silly. Okay, so Harry Kane now has many league titles as Tottenham. Over 140,000 Real Madrid fans have signed a petition to oust Mbappe from the club.
That's great.
Which is insane. That was a couple of days ago that Fabrizio Romano posted that. So by now it could be more.
Mm-hmm.
As of this morning, actually no. Yeah, no, I don't have facts for that. Never mind. And I've got a little bit of. I was guilty of this too. So Rio Ngamoa, whenever he plays for Liverpool recently, it's been like, oh damn, dude, why isn't he fucking playing more football? Kid's young, exciting, great off left wing. We need a little bit more excitement off left wing, right? And so the fans are saying Slot's a bad coach, this and that and this and that. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just asking for Rio more. But there was a post with a little bit of context for potentially why. Chelsea have played Estevao, who's also a young player. They played him 1,682 minutes this season, and he's almost fully ruptured his hamstring.
Oh.
Very bad injury, no? Whereas Rio's played 853 and so far no major injury. And so the argument there is, just look after him because he's for the future, not for right now anyway.
Yep.
And so it's just another one of those things that fans don't think about and then just complain.
When they're trying to go all in right now, all the time.
Yeah, so it's just yet another silly little thing that makes me go, I've just got no right complaining about what goes on behind closed doors at a football club, unless that football club is Carlton and they need to grow the fuck up. Anyway, final bit of news, and you're going to have to hold on tight because it's a bit of a hypothesis. It's a bit of a hypothetical.
Yep.
6th place is going to be a Champions League spot in the Premier League.
Yep.
If Aston Villa finish 5th, which is already a guaranteed Champions League spot.
Yep.
And they win the Europa League.
Right.
So 6th place, it gets passed down.
It gets passed down, yep.
Yeah. So that causes some final day tomfoolery potentially.
Mm.
There is a scenario where Liverpool sit 4th, Villa 5th, and Brentford 6th, but behind Villa by, say, 4 points, so they can't possibly overtake Villa.
Right.
Brentford have benefit of Villa finishing 5th in that case, if they've won the Europa League already.
Yes.
So Brentford could turn up on the final day and lose to Liverpool in order to make sure they finish 4th instead of Villa finishing 4th, and then guarantee Brentford Champions League football. Is how it was pitched to me.
I see.
Yeah. And that, rightfully so, was from a football journalist page called Football Ramble.
Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. You got to be doing some rambling to even like think about considering going down that sort of rabbit hole.
Yeah. Straight facts.
That's great. Very interesting watch on that final day, given, obviously most of the time it comes down to, it's generally decided by then, but, they all play at the same time or whatever, so it's a bit of like, what's going to happen? But this is a potential no the week before.
Luke Jackson, God's gifts to football. God's gifts to Ruckcraft, just kicked it behind. And I have nothing against Luke Jackson. I have something against the idolisation of ruckmen who can kick a football better than a ruckman. It's not their job. Their job is to tap it. Anyway, so yeah, I said that slightly wrong. Importantly, the 4-point gap wouldn't be between them and Villa because don't worry about it. It's possible.
Yeah.
And it would be very funny because Brentford could literally turn up and go, hey, mate,
we'll leave.
We'll kick it in our net if you can.
Yeah.
And that'd be pretty funny. So there you go. That's all I got for football, innit?
Nice. Very good. All right. Should we flip a coin?
We absolutely can. It feels like it's my flip.
It is your flip. Well done.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Matt ain't got shit on me. Out here doing his
what
his
ads
segment
do we have today?
And the flip.
Yeah, nice. Very good. Oh, look at that. ESPN on Disney Plus Every Game Live ripped me off because I used to be able to watch Every Game Live through ESPN thanks to Foxtel, and then Big Diz got in the way.
Oh, actually, every game though.
Yeah,
because KO is very much not. So that's
correct. Yeah, even with Foxtel, I could log into ESPN directly and watch every single NHL game, even though Foxtel only had whatever games were on the ESPN channels those days. Even all the other games of the NHL that were being broadcast by whoever, Bally Sports or whatever you want to call it, all the different channels, you could watch all of them. And then, they finally flipped over and went, oh, actually, we're going to do obviously ESPN's owned by Disney. We'll do our streaming through Disney Plus now.
Do they do any on KO anymore?
Yeah, you can get the odd ones that are on whatever's being shown on ESPN.
Surely
on Foxtel.
all the finals are shown.
It's
on ESPN,
usually
on
all
Fox.
of the Stanley Cup finals are like split, I think. Everyone broadcasts them. And you might get like half of like each conference final or something like that. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. Flipping.
Fucking heads.
Oh, nice. bit of a scramble there, but got the job done.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have to think about it beforehand which one I normally pick. It's funny how many times have I picked heads and I still have to think. Yes, and I have to yeah. And you see it live because there was that time I picked tails and then corrected to heads halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my brain doesn't hold on to that until the coin's in the air. And then I just wave it around like I just don't care.
Yep. More importantly, win streak up to 3. 6 from
That's
last
a
7.
real proper streak at that point. The
Yeah.
majority of our form graph is green.
Yep.
That's really good.
Nothing. All right. Thank you, sir. See you next week.
No, thank you. This one is going off